second UFC fight at the season 21 finale on July 12th. He has a record of 11 wins, 5 losses, 6 of those wins in under 60 seconds. And our first guest on Words of Fight, Willie Gates. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out and talking to us. By the way, I love the gold chains. This is super cool.
Okay, don't worry.
Cool.
Don't forget about the watch.
Oh yeah, the watch too. We can't forget about the watch. It's
Yeah.
just like blinging there, like perfectly.
Bling bling, right?
So let's talk. How did you get started as a MMA fighter, and how did your route go to getting you to UFC?
I got into mixed martial arts actually because a friend of mine, he took me to a Muay Thai gym. So I kind of started off doing Muay Thai, and then it kind of evolved from there. I kind of got sucked into the sport. You know, it was about 4 years ago, and ever since then, I just kept on progressing in the things that I needed to do, and look at me now.
Yeah. So how has been your experience like being at the biggest MMA company ever?
It's awesome. Actually, I'm actually new to it. This is only my second fight, and I'm just embracing everything about it. I love it. I love the organization. I love the whole fight scene, and I'm just so blessed and happy to be here.
What would you say were your biggest challenges? What adversities did you have to overcome?
I really didn't have any. Only thing that I did was just to actually embrace that I'm actually here. You know, this is my goal. This is my dream, and I'm pretty sure a whole lot of fighters out there theirs too. And I'm living it, and I just had to embrace it and just let people know that, hey, I deserve to be here. You know, I earned it, and you know, it's just here we go.
Okay, so let's, obviously you're fighting out there, what's your training like each and every single day? What's your routine? Do you have like specific meals that you eat?
It just all depends on, how far I am into my fight camp, really. But typically, I start off doing jiu-jitsu, and then afternoon wrestling, and then again at night drilling. I'll do a little drilling and just going through the things that the game plan if I have a fight coming up, or if I'm just training to help out my training partners or anything like that.
Cool. Do you have any inspirations, people that you look up to, that you like to emulate what they do?
Not really. I kind of want to be my own person, but everybody do have idols and people that they look up to, and actually my coach Jake Benning, I wouldn't be here without him, and all my teammates at Pinnacle MMA, out in Redlands. So those are the guys, the people that push me every day, and that help me be the fighter that I am and the person that I am today. So I actually look up to all you guys.
What about friends and family? How do they support you?
My friends they like it. Family, it wasn't really too upbeat about me fighting, because they love me, and
I'm sure your mom didn't like
yeah,
that.
My mom still won't come to my fights, but she'll watch them. But it's all good.
So your mom has never gone to any of your fights at all?
I believe so. She might have went to one, but Mama, if that's a lie, I'm sorry.
So, what has been your most difficult fight?
Actually, like I said, my most difficult fight would be my last fight with John Moraga, my first UFC fight, and it was just that I had the mentality that I was happy to be there. I wasn't really confident enough to notice that, hey, Willie, you earned it. You're here for a reason, and that's the challenge that I had. So it was more difficult. It was more of a mental aspect to that one. I didn't really feel that I deserved to be there. But now I know I deserve to be there. So now my next fight, July 12th, you guys will see me.
So what kind of fighter are you? How would you describe your style, your technique, favorite moves that you like to do?
Style is pretty much whoop ass, really, So I don't really have a style. I'm kind of awkward, and I do just weird things, but it works. Right. And that's just my style. So I guess if you want to kind of know my style or see it, you got to tune in again July 12th, right?
Do you have any dream fights? Anybody that you would love to face off, like in the future, or even just like in a dream?
Not necessarily. Not anybody that I want to fight or anything. Just whoever comes next. Whoever UFC wants me to fight. Of course. My ultimate goal is to become the UFC champ, and I know that's a little ways away, but I'm willing to put in the work and do the things that I need to do to get there.
Cool. So now let's talk about some current events. There's a lot of things going on. So recently, Bellator put on Kimbo Slice versus Ken Shamrock. What did you think about that? Do you think it was good for the sport, or did it validate some people's opinion that MMA is turning into a sideshow attraction?
Actually, I think what the Bellator did was actually good. You know, they got more viewers to actually view and look at Bellator. Actually, I think at one point they got, 2 million views?
Yeah.
So it's awesome to see just another organization actually, trying to do something.
Yeah, well, they had their highest ratings on Spike, like,
In years,
so
yeah.
really, really phenomenal thing that they did. So also, now we have the Nevada State Athletic Commission imposing new policies that are going to make drug test failures for fighters, a lot worse if they fail. So what are your opinions on that, or what do you think is going to happen? How is that going to change MMA?
Actually, it's probably going to change MMA a lot because, I'm pretty sure a lot of fighters are taking supplements or doing whatever they kind of do just to get that extra edge. But, fortunately for me, I don't have to worry about anything like that. So, sorry, guys.
Do you think there's going to be more injuries in the training camps or anything like that?
Possibly, yeah. And there's going to be a lot of people changing weight classes, I see.
Exactly. I was about to ask you that. Like, there's been so many drastic changes that you don't know. How can you go from one extreme to another extreme?
Exactly.
Yeah, and also there's been the talk about removing diuretics. Do you have any opinions on that?
Not really. Like I said, I really don't take all that, so it doesn't really pertain to me. So that's all I really have about that one. I know they're gonna. We're not allowed to use IVs anymore, and I know that's gonna be a big issue for a lot of fighters because a lot of people, some people cut a lot of weight and they need that, and they're gonna take that out. But like I said, they're gonna have to start thinking about the weight classes they want to fight in.
So, what did you think about Anderson Silva and all the problems that he was having?
Anderson Silva, he's great. He's the best. He's one of the best fighters ever, and I really can't put any take on it. He did what he had to do. I guess he felt, and
Right.
I guess now he just had to deal with it.
Cool. So now let's get into a little bit of some fun questions. So just a few. What is your ultimate fantasy fight? It could be between you and somebody else, or just somebody else versus somebody else, whoever.
Me, I would probably say Anthony Pettis. I know he's a little bigger, but I like his style, and I think his funky kind of style kind of matches with my funky kind of style. And even though he's bigger, probably stronger, but he might not be as fast. But I think that would be a cool fight.
Cool. And so, what would you think if Bruce Lee was in MMA? How would he do?
He would do good until somebody take him down.
Just good. Well, can anyone really take Bruce Lee down?
I don't know.
No, anybody, I don't know, Hulk Hogan or something?
Hulk Hogan.
There's weird different kinds of polls going on in the internet world. So, could you beat Bruce Lee in a fight?
Me beat Bruce Lee in a fight? Yeah, why not, right? He's not around, so I guess I can say what I want about him, right?
True. Awesome. So, is there anything else that you would like to add? Anything interesting going on right now that you're interested in?
Not really. I'm just really focused on my fight right now. I gotta stay focused on the things that I need to do, and right now that's pretty much just all I'm really worried about. July 12th, and it's funny because my opponent actually is my ex-teammate.
Really?
Yeah, Darrell Montague. We actually trained together for 4 years, and he actually helped me get ready for my UFC fight, my debut with John Moraga. So it's going to be an awesome fight. He knows my style, I know his style, and I know it's just going to be a dogfight.
So you guys know each other's strengths and weaknesses, though. Are you gonna capitalize on that?
Yeah, we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I'm pretty sure he has a nice little game plan going on, and I have a nice little game plan. But I know his coaches, and I know his surroundings, and I have new surroundings. I have new coaches, so I think I kind of have the upper edge because I have different people around me, and I have different training partners and people in my head. And I think it's going to be an awesome fight come July 12th.
When you have your team, everybody's prepping you and getting you together, what's the most important part? Is there anything that someone has to, is there any rituals? Do you have any mantras that you tell yourself?
No, not really. Normally we we dig deep and looking at film and things like that. You know, I really don't. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say I don't, because I do look at film of my opponent, of course. Who doesn't? Some people say they don't, but I'm pretty sure they lying, because I dream about this guy every night. You know, so it's like. But in this case, like I said, he's my ex-teammate. I kind of know what he brings to the table, and I just got to be ready.
So you mentioned you dream about like this fight and whoever your opponent is every single night. What kind of dreams are those? Like, I can't imagine what that would be like.
Well, it's just going through different positions in a fight, and you know, and actually me winning. That's usually the main dream. But of course, you know, you got to think on the other end. And what if I do lose, or what if I get it put in these certain positions? So I kind of battle myself every night with little things like that.
Right. Awesome. Well, that's really awesome. Thank you so much, Willie, for coming in and talking to us and being our first guest on Words of Fight. So really excited. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem.
Thank you.